Now I will explain the 6 finishing moves I like to use once I get my opponent on the ground. Once you drop him down to the ground, there's many different things you can do. One quick lockout position is to drive the knee into the armpit where there's a pressure point. Once you drive the knee into the armpit, securing the body against the ground, you must create a vise with both of your legs, squeezing in against the arm to create a vise so it can't move, and then torquing the wrist either to the outside or to the inside. Okay? The second option of that is maintaining the right knee in place. If you step across with the left, right across the neck, and pull up, you'll be able to put pressure against his back, pushing his neck or his windpipe in against your heel. At the same time, you can create pressure on the elbow, pulling back against your quadricep muscle. It's one of my favorites. Another option from there, if you step over with the right foot, continuing in this sequence of moves, you'll see my opponent's head now is between my leg, between my calf muscle and my hamstring, creating just like a big arm, a choke around the neck. By sitting down against his head, it cuts off all the oxygen and the blood supply, creating a situation where you would render your opponent unconscious. At the same time, you still have the arm bar position by pulling back. The next one I use extensively, usually against a knife technique to quickly dislodge the knife, by spreading the arm out all the way as far as you can, stretching, putting the knee on the elbow joint, and stretching it down towards the ground. It creates tremendous pressure on your opponent's arm and his nervous system. So once you drop here, spread out and lean. It's one of my favorites. The next one I like to discuss will be what I call the walkover. Once your opponent, let's go from the up position first. From the same move I used a few minutes ago, from a hooking or slashing movement, inside here. Once your opponent hits the ground, many times they will roll towards their stomach anyway. So as you step across with the left foot, you hit on the back of the elbow with your right hand. At the same time, you could twist the wrist back towards his head, and your body is circling all the way around. You'll see now that I've created a vise with both knees. My left knee is against his back, creating pressure down, and I'm pushing the wrist down towards the floor. Once again, I'll do that just a little bit quicker in this position. And lock in. This is nice for law enforcement because now you have your hands free for cuffing or to come around into a more secure position to neutralize your opponent. The last one I'll do, from any type of wrist flex or throw or whatever, if you can grab your opponent's arm as you step over and rest your knee on the ribs, which we discussed earlier. As you fall back or sit back, you're into what we call a Japanese arm bar. This heel supports the body against my hips. My left leg is against his neck. I have the arm bar position right between my legs, bridging out all the way to my chest. To create pressure, all I have to do is arch my hips towards the ceiling. You've got the arm bar position. You have the choke. Put the left foot against the windpipe. Demonstrate that one more time.